All right. First and foremost, I'm gonna say all praises be to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah, Kodash. And then I'm gonna say double honors to the apostles and elders, the great most honor, shalom to the sincere elect, teaching the truth in faith and sincerity. But yeah, quick topic I'm gonna speak on. It's just on a point that the elder apostle Kabah had mentioned it in this stream that he did with the elder bishop Sakaran, and basically, yeah, man, it just I just wanted to go into like a few points, what I mean, like on Esau, bring out scriptures because it's true, man. Esau is the only people like upon earth that's brought nothing but death and evil upon this earth, but they just think and believe that they're just entitled to mercy. They've brought nothing but evil and death and murder and stealing, right, and wickedness and evils upon earth, man. But they are a people that just somehow believe that they're just expected and entitled to get mercy, man. Which, as we know, the Lord is gonna have mercy upon the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Now, obviously, these other nations, all right, like after they serve their judgment, then they essentially could go and be all right. Obviously they obviously still gonna be in the flesh and sin, and still get judged for when they do go off. But of all nations, man, Esau is the only nation that ain't gonna get mercy. In fact, like if you read about Esau in the Zondervan Compact Dictionary, when it speaks upon Esau, it says she's the only neighbor of the 12 tribes of Israel that ain't gonna get no mercy, which is good, man. You know what I mean? Really, man, that's a beautiful statement, because they're the people upon earth that have brought nothing but death and murder and stealing and vengeance and evil upon this earth, man. They have taken peace from this earth, especially them. So without further ado, I'm gonna play this clip and bring out some scriptures.
All right, so go back to Romans.
Okay.
So we're gonna speed it up.
All right, Romans chapter 9, verse 18.
Yes, sir.
Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
You get it now? He gonna have mercy on whom he gonna have mercy. That's it. You wacky-tacky Christians, you ain't got shit to say. He ain't gonna have mercy on the whole world. He only gonna have mercy on Israel. They're the ones that need mercy. They're being persecuted by all the other nations, especially the nation of Edom.
Yeah, so even on that point, it's true. This is First Maccabee chapter 2 and 10, right? It says, let me start from 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? Let me read that again. It says, what nation have not had part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils, man? So that's what the scripture is saying, man. Like what nation, right, hasn't had a part in destruction and judgment like of our people, man. Because really and truly, if you combine, us in slavery in Egypt, if we combine the statue of Daniel, and obviously the 450 years during the period of Judges, right? When we're just going in and out of slavery under those nations, right? We've been in slavery under all peoples and tongues of nations upon the earth, man. So that question there, man, is true, right? So that's why we as a nation need mercy, starting off with the Lord's elect, man, right? Of the 12 tribes of Israel. So it says, what nation have not had part in the kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she is become a bond slave, right? And we've been in slavery under all these peoples, man, especially Esau. But at a point in time in history, in various times of history, we've caught hell under all these nations, man. So that's why which is why when the Lord establishes the kingdom of heaven, that's actually going to be a state of rulership of the Lord and us ruling above all these peoples, tongues, and nations, man. All right. This is Daniel, I believe, 9 and 10. And 10, it says, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servants the prophets. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him. Yeah, the Lord made it clear that if we go against the Lord's statutes and commandments, that we shall experience being, under these curses, under these other nations, man. But if you carry on, and it says, and he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem. Yeah. So no other nation upon this earth has caught hell like what's been done upon us, because we've been under slavery under all these nations in various time periods upon earth. Like realistically, in terms of peace, man, the only peace that we really had was really under the time of King Solomon, man. After it was being established by David. But really and truly, like in a grand scheme of things, that's a short period of time, man. You see? So it says, for under the whole heaven have not been done as had been done upon Jerusalem, man. So that's why we as a people need mercy, man. Starting off with the Lord's elect. The Lord's elect go and have, obtain mercy from this evil and judgment which is about to come. Well, ultimately speaking, the Lord is gonna have mercy upon all of the seed of the 12 tribes of Israel. These other nations gonna be underneath us, but after 1,000 years, man, like Esau is gonna be exterminated, man. Right? They're gonna be the only neighbor of the 12 tribes of Israel. They're gonna get no mercy, because again, at least with these other nations, they're obviously gonna serve their judgment, and after a period of time, what's always gonna be is obviously they're gonna be underneath us. They're obviously gonna have their own lands and stuff, but they still gonna be judged by the law, man. So if they do things wrong, then they're obviously gonna get a judgment. But Esau as a nation is gonna be exterminated, and their land is gonna be given unto the tribe of Judah, as the scripture speaks about, man. So let's read Jeremiah 15:5. It says, "For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest?" Yeah, man. So these other peoples and tongues don't care about us, man. When they go and speak in the United Nations and stuff, they don't speak about the 12 tribes of Israel, saying that they're the special people of the Most High and we've done them wrong. Of course not. That's why the scripture says this, right? If you read it, it says I know there's no. Mercy. Jacob. I know it says it in Psalms. I mean, yeah, I can even read the one in Isaiah 14. But I was looking for one in Psalms. But you know what? I'm gonna read this. This is Isaiah 14:1. It says, "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel." You see, so the scripture speaks about the Lord having mercy on Jacob, man, right? Which is the seed of the 12 tribes of Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And that strangers in this verse is talking about Jake that got scattered, these Israelite foreigners, coming back into this faith, man, which we all as a nation, we all, as a nation, we obviously came as scattered, man. But once we obtain this faith, we're obviously cleaving onto the house of Jacob, man. You know what I mean? You see? All right. But the point was on mercy on Jacob. All right. This is Ezekiel 39:25. Therefore thus saith the Lord, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. You see? So the Lord is gonna have have mercy on the 12 tribes of Israel, man. And I believe there's another scripture. I think the scripture that I'm looking for is in Psalms 130. Yeah, this is Psalms 130:7. Let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities. You know what I mean? So it says let Israel hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is mercy, and with him is plenteous redemption, and he shall redeem Israel from all his iniquities, man. You see, which that ties into Matthew 1, where it says he shall save his people from their sins, man. Which is what the Lord obviously came to do. You see. Well, let's go back onto the clip though. All right.
You wacky-tacky Christians, you ain't got shit to say. You ain't gonna have mercy on the whole world. You're only gonna have mercy on Israel. They're the ones that need mercy. They're being persecuted by all the other nations, especially the nation of Edom. What do the Edomites need mercy for? They're in their fucking kingdom, man. Mm-hmm. You telling me the top banking families, what the fuck they need mercy for?
And it's true. It's like, what does Esau need mercy for? And why do these Edomites believe they're just entitled to mercy, man? That spirit of amazing grace. No, bro. Like, nah, bruv. You've done evil, right? Brought death, destruction, and all manner of wickedness upon earth. But you somehow believe you're entitled to mercy, bro. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Why the fuck does Esau need mercy? You fucking destroyed the food. You've destroyed the water. You've destroyed the air. You've really bugged out the mindsets of these people. That, bro, a lot of people just have to die, man. Like this earth is fucked, bro. The food is fucked. The bodies are fucked. Obviously we're in the flesh, yeah, but you've increased wickedness on the earth, man. So why the fuck does Esau need mercy? Esau is the most merciless people on the planet. Like they are the most merciless people on the planet. But they are somehow a people that believe, especially you simple jakes, like you believe that he just entitled to get mercy. No, it don't work like that, bro. The Lord is a power of balance, man, like a power of judgment, and the scales of judgment in regards unto Esau, it needs to be balanced, bro. He's just doing his thing, just doing wickedness, and it seems like he's just getting away with doing wickedness, but what he doesn't know that in his latter end is judgment and destruction, which is fitting for them. Right, the scripture speaks about them being the vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction, and it's only right. It's only right. It's only right. Something I always say, man, as a joke, right? If you get one individual from all the other 18 nations, man, except fucking Esau, into a room, all right, and say, each person, please state and speak about how your people have been destroyed by Esau. Every one of them can say, hi, I'm Ham, and my people was destroyed by Esau. You know, hi, I'm Moab, you know, and my people were destroyed by Esau. Hi, I'm this nation, I'm that nation, and my people was destroyed by Esau. Hi, I'm a Philistine, and my people is, you know what I mean? Or if you got one member of every nation into a room at a AA meeting, kind of like, you know, meeting and setting, and said, give a story of how Esau fucked up your people. Every nation can tell you, can talk for days on how they've been destroyed by Esau. So why the fuck does Esau get mercy, man? It's true what the apostle says. Why the fuck do these devils, why do they get mercy, man? That's why you wacky-tacky Christians, you just need to leave the Bible alone, man. Talking about the Gentiles, bro. The whole storyline of the Gentiles fits a whole storyline throughout the Bible of the Israelites being scattered and eventually getting mercy, being brought back to the Lord, though they once lost themselves in the ways of being under these other nations, man. You know, if you read the whole, if the Lord is dealing with you and you read the scriptures from the start to the beginning, from the beginning to the end, knowing the histories and the time periods and the storylines of how our people became Greek and lost their way, you would know that the New Testament is birthed out of a story of what happened years prior, man, in history, under the Greeks especially. Anyway, that's another lesson.
They're persecuted by all the other nations, especially the nation of Edom. What do the Edomites need mercy for? They're in their fucking kingdom, man. Mm-hmm. You telling me the top banking families, what the fuck they need mercy for?
Yeah, like fucking Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and all these, you know, banking families and all these families that people barely know about. You know, doing all manner of sacrifice and you know, getting, you know, drinking people, you know, people's blood, you know, doing all manner of lewd, most odious works of witchcraft in these secret councils and meetings. You know what I mean? So basically, according to you, Christians, all a Rothschild kind of has to do is just say, I give my life to Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Here it is, they put all manner of evil upon earth, but you know, oh Lord Rothschild, you know. Now, I'm Lord Rothschild, and I gave my life to Jesus, and then and everything's all right. Get the fuck out of there, man.
They own everything, including us.
Yeah.
Again, that's why we call you wacky and tacky Christians. Stay the hell away from us. If you can't get it, you ain't meant to get it.
That's it.
This knowledge, this truth ain't for everybody.
That's it, man.
It's only for the elect.
That's it, man. And that's the point the elder made, the elder apostle made. Sorry. All right. So let's get Nahum chapter 1 and 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. So who's the wicked? The seed of the wicked is Esau. So the Lord is saying that he's not at all gonna acquit Esau, man. The Lord will not at all acquit the wicked, man. Right? Which, let's go into the word acquit, right? It says to be empty, to be clear, to be pure, to be innocent, to be purged out. Because really, the only nation's sins that's going to be purged out is the sins of the 12 tribes of Israel. Right? To be exempt from punishment, man, free from guilt. The scripture says of Cain, which really the spirit, you know what I mean, of Esau, a fugitive, man. One that's just constantly on the run from being judged, man. You see? And Esau really hasn't even paid for his crimes yet. Right, this is Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, man. You see, so that red horse. Power was given to him to take peace from earth, and that red horse, man, is a representation, man, of Esau. All right, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man, and they've done nothing but take peace from earth. Right? That's why the scripture speaks about this. Right, Revelation chapter 11 and 18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give us reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy names, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And who's destroying the earth? The seed of the wicked, who the earth has been given into their hands, man. You see, this is Amos 1 verse 11. For thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. So Jacob want to have pity and mercy upon Esau, but he never had pity and mercy upon us. So why the fuck is he entitled to mercy, man? Esau ain't gonna get mercy, man. I mean, I could spend time here going throughout the different accounts in history and slavery and just different time periods of torture upon Jake. But we'll be here all day, man. You know what I mean? We'll be here all day, man. So, so guess what? The Lord ain't gonna have mercy and pity upon Esau, man. So if that's the case, then what the fuck are you plantation Christians talking about, man? Straight up, bro. You talking shit, bruv. You know? This is Amos. Alright. Amos 4. Let's see. Amos 4 and 22. I'm gonna finish my this precept. No. What's that one, man? Amos. What's that one I'm looking for, man? Another one. Uz. I believe it says Uz. I always get it mixed up. Uz. Lamentations 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, and as you know, right, the modern day land of Uz, which is about to speak about, is Babylon the great man, which is America, which is the chief seat, man. You know what I mean, at Esau. But Esau as a nation, man, once Babylon the Great goes down, really his whole power and structure and kingdom is going down, because the Lord is gonna come in that very moment and take down Esau and all these other nations down, man. When they come forth and try and fight against him, right? Anyway, he says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Yeah, man. So what's that cup, man? That judgment, man. That slavery. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. Right. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin, man. And that's exactly what's about to take place, man. So yeah, man. Hey man. I just wanted to do a little lesson based upon those points that was made in that video by the apostle, you know what I mean, and elder bishop, man. So I hope and pray that was the edifying video. So with that, I'm gonna say all praises be unto how about Shema Shai by Shemakar, Kodash, double honor to the apostle and all his great most done. Next time I'm gonna say Shalom.